Dr. Jabob John is a cardiologist from India who currently practices general medicine in Canada. And when he first heard about Max GXL, to say he was skeptical is the understatement of the century. He literally thought it was nothing more than snake oil. But he was intrigued because he had seen what intravenous glutathione could do in medicine, and the thought that somehow somebody could possibly raise glutathione levels in the cell through a supplement, he said was very intriguing. And so he went ahead and he put a number of capsules into nondescript bottles and started handing them out to family and friends just to see what their reaction was. Well, he became a believer, and that's an understatement. Now he's a Max associate and literally tells everybody he comes in contact with about Max GXL. Now, how did you hear about Max GXL?
Well, I was at a medical show. It was a health and wellness show for women's problems. It was up there in Canada, and I was representing the clinic there. And obviously a person from Max just walked up to me and started talking to me of glutathione, and I said, well, I know about it, I'm using it IV. And he said, oh, we have an oral preparation. And from my experience, I knew that glutathione was a protein and it would not go past the GI tract. So I thought, what is he telling me about an oral glutathione? So then he started talking to me more, and he gave me, Dr. Keller's credentials. And of course, he told me it was a network marketing stuff, and I thought, no, I don't want to be involved with this. So when I went home, I just went to the computer and I Googled up Dr. Keller, and I read about him and his research and his credentials, and I thought, okay, it's interesting, it's worth taking a look into this. And that's how I got with Max.
When did you realize they weren't talking about putting glutathione molecules in your mouth, but instead we're getting the precursing nutrients in so that the cells can manufacture more of their own?
Yes, when I read the composition of the GXL, I saw that there was no component inside which said this is glutathione.
Right.
And then I realized, oh, they're not talking about putting oral glutathione inside. They're talking about different individual ingredients which helps your body to produce and recycle this. And I read up whatever material I could from various researchers all over the world. Even I was surprised I got research material from even a university in Turkey.
Now, you went ahead, did you try the product at that point?
Yes, what I did is I ordered a few boxes of GXL, and me and my wife, we started taking it first, just to see what this does. And by that time, I had read so much on glutathione that after 3 days, I thought, oh, I am having some kind of placebo effect. Because the information, I had spent 3 weeks on reading about glutathione, because the information available is really overwhelming. And I thought it was a placebo effect. Then I took this GXL, I stripped open everything. I didn't tell them, the package, the cover, what it is. I took it to a few people whom I knew, and I said, hey, try this capsule, and see what is this. They asked me, what is this? Literally the word I used is, this is some snake oil from China.
Oh.
Because I didn't want them to have a biased opinion, because the first thing I knew anybody would do, they would just go and immediately Google Max GXL, and some may like it and some may immediately say, oh, no. So I gave it.
You gave it a negative connotation.
I gave it I did a single blind study. A single blind study. I gave it to 20 people. 18 came back within a week and said they have noticed a difference.
Wow.
2 of them came and said, actually, I can't really say. So I thought 80% return is excellent.
Amazing, yeah.
So that's how I started off.
Okay. When you and your wife started on Max GXL, what did you see?
I noticed that I had more energy. I was able to spend the entire day in the clinic without feeling, post-lunch crash was not there. That was the first thing I noticed. And secondly was my mental clarity, even at the end of a busy, tiring day at the clinic, which was still as sharp as what it was when I was there in the morning.
Wow.
So these were the two first things that I immediately noticed.
So now you got involved in the Max business.
Yeah.
And have you been able to share the Max story and get very many people on the product?
I have been successful in doing that. I have now initially for the first 2 months I would start it on somebody and wait to get feedback. Is it working, or has it done anything for him, or is he feeling better? But now I am beyond that stage. I know it does work, and I have gone beyond that stage, and I do present the business part of it to them too.
And what kind of response have you gotten?
The people who have felt a positive response with it, they are also very keen to look into the business.
Have you ever given out any supplement to anybody and seen that kind of a response rate where that many people continue on the supplement?
No, in my experience, no.
Wow. What would you say to the doctors out there that think, oh, this is just another supplement, all hype, supplements really don't do that much, and this is probably no different?
My advice to them would be go and do your research and make your decision. Don't make your decision before doing your research.
Now, in medical school in India, did they spend much time on nutrition?
It is very, very, very low.
Now, are you to the point where you tell a few people about it every week, or are you to the point to where you tell everybody? I mean,
right now I tell everybody that I meet about GXL, because I think it is my obligation to do that. Even if they are not having any problems at all, just for prevention.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. John.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.